One of the best things about going to NYC was definitely the atmosphere. Being surrounded by 6,000, 8,000 teenagers, it's an incredible thing to be a part of.
One of the best things about going to NYC is that you're there with 8,000 plus other people there for the same reason. And it's not like God can't find you in all other environments, but it's just so obvious that He's there.
NYC is different than any other teen trip you're going to take. NYC is really a chance for you to connect with the larger church, the whole USA Canada church, and being able to take part in those ministries, whether it be work projects or worship services or songs, or being able to pray together with 6,000 to 8,000 other Nazarene teenagers. It's something that you have to experience.
I think NYC is different than other youth ministry trips because it's not so much work and witness as more of an option to have tremendous spiritual growth and just complete time in God and meeting fellow peers that are there for the same reason, and everybody diving in really deeply.
Teenagers should go to this event because there's truly nothing like it. You're guaranteed to have God come in your life in some way and really change your life through NYC.
I believe teenagers, if they have the opportunity, should go to NYC because it's out of the ordinary and it pulls you into a deeper relationship with God, and it puts you in a vulnerable spot that you might be a little more open to what He's sending you and what He's telling you.
So I'm always telling our teenagers, if you ever take one thing away from what I talk to you about, or anytime I'm hanging out with them, I always say, listen guys, just look and be willing and ready and able to recognize those times in your life when something happens that there's no other explanation other than God made it happen. In 2015 at NYC in Louisville, Kentucky, we were going through a rough time with our youth group. Our youth pastor's daughter, she actually died, and she was dead for several minutes, and she was brought back to life. And they had just come out of that, and she was recovering, and it was great. And we were all praising God and thanking God for delivering Taylor from this miracle. And then his wife got diagnosed with cancer, like immediately after that. And we all had reminders on our phones every day at 3:27 p.m. We would stop what we were doing and we would pray for our youth pastor's wife. So in 2015, we got to experience the Lord's Prayer in a new way. We got to physically walk through the Lord's Prayer. The very first room we walked in, and it was, "Hallowed be thy name." What does that mean? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Forgive us our trespasses. Help us forgive those who trespass against us. And so on and so forth. And we get to the end, and there was a worship team from Southern Nazarene University there, and they sang the Lord's Prayer. And when we got to the end, and we've experienced the Lord's Prayer, and we've walked through it together, and we're standing around and we're holding hands, and this group is singing the Lord's Prayer. They finished with the word Amen, and every one of our phones went off, and it was 3:27 p.m. So it's insane, but it's impossible to argue the fact that God, at that time, put His hand over all of us and said, I'm going to take care of you, and I'm going to take care of April, and I got this.
I do think God uses that environment to open up your heart and open up your mind and put you in a vulnerable state that you're able to hear what He's telling you and you're able to feel His presence. For me, that was powerful because I was new into Christianity and I was new into believing, and it was all so amazing and exciting to me, but I had never had that feeling, and that feeling of God's presence is something I will never forget. That has completely shaped the rest of my life, and there's no doubt in my mind that there is a God and that He hears each and every one of us. All the other people and all the other stars in the universe, everything. He's just so big, and being there reminds you of how big He is.